Go to the YouTube thing and change it really quick. It just popped up.
I'm doing the Periscope one.
Okay.
So the Periscope. Oh.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Now, before we get to the show, in FCN's custom of trying to give you better content, we decided to go on an adventure. That's why we late, to find lotion for me. But there's nothing strong enough for these ashy knuckles. So, to keep you guys from being distracted, I'm just going to get on my AJ Styles tip today. Just put on some gloves. That sounds about right? Is that okay with y'all? Okay? See? Can't even see the knuckles. Look good? Everybody fine? No comments on it, okay? No more ashy knuckles because I'm wearing gloves tonight. So we can get past this bullshit about my ashy knuckles. But we is going to talk about some bitch assness tonight when we get into the first topic, which is this guy. You know why we chose this picture? Because that's what he looks like snitching. So, Big Country Nelson, who's fighting for Bellator, last month he went against Meathead Matrone in a rematch from their UFC days. So, these guys have a very weird relationship now, because Matrone was talking about how Nelson was cheating by locking his toes onto the cage. In one of the most bitch-ass moves I've seen in the history of males of all time, Country Nelson responds basically saying, well, I'm not a cheater. He's a cheater. He's just mad because he's cheating on his wife. Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, that's a bit much, fam.
What the hell do that got to do with the cage, man? Listen. You could have did 101 things. You just gonna snitch on the man?
Yeah, that's the Kobe Bryant Hall of Fame.
Kobe Bryant Hall of Fame. So now, this is exactly what this man looked like. He's cheating on his wife. Meathead has yet to respond. I know that him and his wife have some things to talk about, though. If it is come to fruition that he is cheating, it's gonna be a really bitch-ass move.
It's pretty bitch-ass, baby.
That's big bitch-ass, baby. Get him the trophy, baby. 2018. Get him the trophy, baby. You snitching. Uncle Sam want you to tell on motherfuckers that's cheating on their wife. Please. And all of the male culture that we got going on, do not snitch on your man if he's only cheating. There's other stuff you can snitch on. Now, if he's doing drugs, tell on him. If he beating up women, tell on him. If he just getting a little nookie on the side, you ain't got to snitch on him, man. Because let's be honest, you getting some on the side.
Hey, everybody hey, you got to get out this one, man.
Yeah.
You got to get out of this one. You indicting men that ain't doing, this is not the way to go, bro.
This is not the way to go. See what I mean?
I'm talking about you. Get your ass out this segment. Because you are indicting men everywhere because everybody ain't cheating on the side, fam.
Nobody's cheating on the side.
All right, move on. Next topic.
Next topic.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, for all you guys that decided to clickbait this weekend, Ronda Rousey did an interview on Ellen, right?
Oh, did she?
And everyone's talking about, oh, she announced her retirement. That was all a clickbait. She didn't announce her retirement from MMA. Get off your fill-in box. Stop talking about the chick, okay? She didn't announce her retirement. She basically left the door open. She loves what she's doing in the WWE right now. She enjoys it thoroughly. I would enjoy those big checks too. And she's basically like, it's the same thing with her with judo. Will she go back to it? Who knows? But don't think that she's actually saying she's officially retired from the UFC. And honestly, in fighting history, do people really retire? Like, this is a fighter's retirement. They become a trainer, they become an announcer, they become a commentator. They don't really retire. They just get out the ring. You still see them. They still get paid for it. And honestly, to see her years down the line be a commentator for the UFC or for any kind of mixed martial arts venue would be a great thing. So,
but I think that's called retiring from in-ring competition. So,
how many times has George St. Pierre retired? Several.
Doesn't matter.
Just saying, fighters really don't retire like that.
Well, at some point they do.
Some point they do. We've had this conversation about fighter mouths, but
okay.
She might come back. Don't stop clicking stuff like that. Unless FCN. Then clickbait all you want. Clickbait us. Is the gloves distracting? I feel like the gloves are distracting. They're distracting me. So, as you might have noticed, that this weekend we did not do our normal thing for the pay-per-view for Fastlane. Mainly because we felt like it was a bump in the road to WrestleMania. In all actuality, we did watch it behind the scenes while going over WrestleMania weekend, and some of the best stuff was announced for Fastlane, such as Asuka showed up after Charlotte retained her title to officially challenge Charlotte for WrestleMania. Great move, great booking. Finally, great booking for this road to WrestleMania. We seen Randy Orton get a U.S. title. So now he's a part of the Grand Slam Club.
So,
yeah. What else? Usos and New Day was gonna happen. Then they got beat the hell up. Okay.
By who?
By the Bludgeon Brothers, the Wyatt family.
No, they're the Bludgeon Brothers now. Put some respect on Creative's name. They are no longer the Wyatts. They are now the Bludgeon Brothers.
Creative's name. The same creators, the same writers that got us doing all this stuff for WrestleMania. Okay.
Yes.
The Wyatt family came out with hammers and beat up, and they came out with hammers and matching suits and beat up both teams.
Yes.
So it was a really good pay-per-view. We actually seen that Sami Zayn was playing around, basically saying he wasn't gonna lay down for Kevin. We seen Shane intervene a few times. We seen some good movements from John Cena, Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin was there. But overall, Fastlane was a decent pay-per-view. But moving on to the next day on Raw. Listen, Raw did something right. Now that we got all these pay-per-views out the way, now we can start really focusing on getting on this Fastlane on the road to WrestleMania. See what I did there? Y'all love it.
I see it.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody appreciates my creativity. Put some respect on this creator's name. So first off, we kick off the show. Found out Kid Rock's in the Hall of Fame. Nah, he's not getting a picture. You can't be a cowboy from Detroit. How does that work? That's like way more.
I want to jump on my little soapbox here.
Please do.
See, this bothered me. Like right when you try to forget that WWE is in bed with Donald Trump and they got his wife a job working for Trump's New Americans administration, and Linda is quietly still working. She hasn't been fired. Like, listen, Linda has gotten small. You don't hear anything about Linda. Linda is somewhere doing some work. Linda is somewhere making herself viable to run. Whatever is going on, Linda is doing something to make herself a legitimate contender. Listen, she is smart. She has gotten herself small and out of any controversy. Linda is smart. However, they are still in bed with this administration. So I hate it. So then I don't like Kid Rock. Kid Rock, like we're all talking about right now. I hate to hijack your show.
No, I love it. I love it. Bring it on.
But we're all talking about Bruno Mars. I saw Ashley Gary is watching, and and everybody's talking about Bruno Mars fever right now and talking about cultural appropriation. Kid Rock is one of the biggest culture vultures out there. This dude rode hip hop into success. He has a black baby mama. He has a black son. And then you jump off of niggas' backs and start doing rock music. Then you get into country music. Then you just, now you a Republican. And it's just... it's foul, man. And we just, and this is the thing that I hate, man. We let everybody into the cookout. And as soon as everybody figured out the recipe and the secret sauce, they leave the cookout and they go start up their chain and they bottle up our secret sauce and they sell it to the millions
and millions of black people that still buying into it.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Continue, sir. I'm sorry.
Kid Rock made the Hall of Fame. I don't care. He doesn't care. It's not the Revolution doesn't care. He's pissed off about it. Could have been 1,000,001 people. It's Kid Rock. Don't care. Whatever. Then we had the announcement of the first ever inaugural, not Mae Young, Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. Now, a lot of people, she was a champion for what, 26, 27 years? Yeah. So take in mind, she held the title longer than I've been on this earth, right? So mad respect to her. I remember when I was younger, I remember when as a kid, when the time that I got out of wrestling, when I watched Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah have a wrestling match. I mean, they were in their 70s at this point. And they were wrestling on Smackdown. And at that point, I was like, I've seen all I can see here. I was done. I mean, this is after Mae Young gave birth to a hand by Mark Henry. This is after that. So I was intent on continue on. When I seen that, I was done. And it was for the women's title. I had seen all I could see of wrestling. But you can't deny the woman's greatness for years and years of commitment to the wrestling term, because I can't say it was WWE. I know it was WWE, WWF, NWA, AWA.
Not with her.
Not with her?
No. She for a big chunk of her career was with Senior, Vince Senior.
Vince Senior.
So, and that was WWWF.
WWWF. That's all right. Yeah. So, yeah. So now we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and we have the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale, which comes at a strange time because WWE has been silently releasing a lot of female competition from NXT. A lot of women that you've seen in the Mae Young Classic have been slowly dispersing from NXT and the developmental programs. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes into this tournament. Hopefully they have better booking, because let's be honest, the most people that's won the Andre the Giant Battle Royale still ain't did nothing with their career. Not supposed to say that, am I? But Raw had 3 big things happen that's noteworthy. I'm going to tell you. Number 1, Alexa, Nia Jax. First of all, they give Nia a squash match, right? Well, I'm literally like, we're back to this. Now, when they cut the camera and had Alexa and Mickie James in the back talking about Nia, and it's like you felt the energy drain from the room, how everyone would. You literally put the crowd on her side because everyone felt bad. And it's always funny, right? Because in stories of bullying, everyone always see themselves as the victim, right? So everybody in the stadium felt that energy. And when Nia knuckled up and ran to the back, you literally got the crowd back behind her. So literally what do they call her? The unconceivable force or something like that? She's back. She might be back, and she might have a road to WrestleMania because we might finally see Nia versus Alexa Bliss. Hopefully. Next thing. Ultimate Deletion is happening next Monday. Now, in one of the best promo videos I've seen for WWE in a while, Matt Hardy came and basically said, it's happening. It's going to happen on the Hardy compound, introducing both his sons, his wife Rebecca, Senor Benjamin, and Vanguard 1. And to top it all off, he also tweeted out a picture of when he baptized Jeff Hardy to become Brother Nero back in TNA days. So, are we going to see Bray Wyatt become a part of the Woken universe?
Probably not.
Maybe?
Not.
Hopefully?
Not.
So next week we're gonna see that fight. Yeah. Then the kickoff, cherry on top. If they're selling this, I'm starting to buy in a little bit. Okay, I was all for this Roman Reigns thing, right? But you literally have done something that we haven't seen in a while. Now, when Vince was attacked by Kevin Owens months ago, we seen Vince as the victim. We seen Shane as the hero. We seen Kevin Owens as the villain, right? In that same sense, now we have Vince as the villain, Lesnar as the antagonizer, and Roman as a hero coming in with luscious hair on a white steed with a black sword, and he goes off in another good promo. Another good promo. That was 3 weeks in a row. Roman has had three. Listen, lightning struck. I don't know what they did in the back end. Probably they probably just finally let him go. But now this guy is putting out some great promos. He goes in the back. We see the backstage area where he's walking up to Vince. You disrespected me. And I'm like, yo, this is everybody trying to fight they boss. Like, yo, what you want to do? Catch him in the office, which Vince says Brock's going to be there next week. Not buying it. I'm also believing that he's not planned to be there next week. So, you guys need to calm down. Now, if he is, we know Roman's going to be there. And it's going to be a big breakout fight. And it's like, nah, slow bubble it, man. Slow bubble it a little bit. Because I'm enjoying this right now. Because literally, you're giving Roman a ghost opponent. So by the time, just like they do with Undertaker at WrestleManias, you will have someone challenge him or him ready to challenge someone, and you just see little nuances. And then when the day actually comes, you've been waiting for this. So I can't wait for it. I think Roman did a great job of selling it. It was exciting. It was a great promo. Kurt is one hell of an actor because he made it even more believable. I love it. I'm loving what y'all doing with this rivalry. John Cena challenged Undertaker. He called him out, talked about his wife's Instagram. So it might be 3 in a row that Undertaker lose, and that'll be his final retirement. May he rest in peace. Smackdown had some great.
Whoa! That's all you got for that? Like you just sat here praise and worship Kurt's ability to sell this promo. You just talked about Roman's promo. You just like
So let's do it. Let's
I mean, you don't have to do it, but I mean, I just you don't have anything for his promo. Like
I think, listen, like I believe John Cena speaks for himself. In all actuality, I don't have to speak his name in reverent tones. This guy speaks for himself. He put on a hell of a promo. That was a top tier. He knows how to get people riled up. He jumps in the crowd. He drinking beer with a guy he calls a Sasquatch. The guy enjoyed being called a Sasquatch, and I'm pretty sure that all his friends are gonna call him Sasquatch now. And he basically breaks it down like, you're not old. You're just a quitter. Like, you've lost. Okay, I've lost how many times? Come back and fight me. I thought it was a great promo from John Cena. I think that they didn't really need to put him on SmackDown for the Fastlane pay-per-view. They should have just had this going on for a while. Him keep on antagonizing, then the bull finally comes at him. So what do you got a comment on it?
Well, I don't know. Let me be honest here. I think that, like, for me, this really is up there with Mark Henry. I got a lot of gas in the tank. I got a lot left. That is, Mark Henry cut one of my favorite promos all time. That was one of my favorites. And I'll be very honest with you. This one by John Cena is kind of like one of those promos where it's like, I'm playing with house money. Right? I'm playing with house money. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, this promo has no stakes to it whatsoever. Right? He wasn't selling a movie. He wasn't trying to win the crowd over. He wasn't doing nothing. And yet and still, it was fun, but it had a lot of weight to it, right?
Yes.
It had a lot of weight to it. Like, and he wasn't calling him out just for the sake of calling him out. It didn't feel real, you know, marky. It didn't feel real kayfabe. It didn't feel like, you know what, brother? You know, he was like, yeah, you know what? You got a lot of ego in you. Like, and it was like he was spitting some real stuff about Mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we've heard rumors that he's always been that guy backstage.
Yeah.
So,
and like, you know, it was kind of like, ew, like it was a couple like cringe-worthy comments there, and I was like, oh boy, John, you know, and it was. Let me say this: it was probably one of the most fun and very cool moments that I had seen in a long time. That just didn't feel kind of grimy, like, you know, the pipe bomb was kind of grimy.
Yes, very grimy.
It was grimy. You know what I mean?
It
like,
wasn't
even though,
very grimy.
Yeah, it was grimy. And, you know, was it fun? Was the pipe bomb fun? Pipe bomb was fun later on after the aftermath of it. But in the moment, you just like, oh my God, what is happening? I can't believe you said it wasn't so much fun. You know, I remember it was kind of this. Did you ever see Eddie Guerrero's pipe bomb?
Yes, with WCW.
In WCW?
Yes.
Like, he didn't really make a coherent point, but he was making a very passionate point. And I was like, yo, man, this dude is having a breakdown in the ring. Jericho had one in the ring. You know, and I was like, man, this is not good. You know, and this wasn't that. This was fresh. It was fun.
It felt energized. You didn't.
Yeah.
It was refreshing. It was like.
It was very refreshing.
So it makes you look forward to this match rather than being like.
If it even happens.
If it happens.
If it even happens. You know, like, I can, let me say this, right? The Undertaker last match, and let me be very honest with you, last two matches.
3.
You saying the last
That's
three?
3.
I'll say the last 2 were not good matches, let alone great.
Right.
The let me see. So that's Roman Reigns, Brock, and then who was
Bray?
Bray was before Brock.
Bray was after Brock.
Okay. I don't even remember that one.
Exactly.
Right? Don't even remember it. And so he just wasn't moving well. He looked
It gets to a certain point in the match and he's winded. He's tired.
Yeah, he didn't look good. He didn't even look good in the beginning of the match with Roman.
The walk-in, right.
He didn't look great, man. And I just don't want to see him out there just to, you know, like when you go to the zoo or you go to the circus and you see that tired lion just to say you saw a lion, you know, and I don't want to see a lion just to say I saw a lion.
Right.
Like, I can see the Undertaker in old matches, you know, so I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I totally agree. That, like I said, I think it's going to be a great match. I think John Cena speaks for itself. He's been the guy in WWE for a long while now. So, yeah, we'll see it.
Yep.
Smackdown. Had a few things that really went on. So, like I said about Fastlane, we have a tag team turmoil as the Bludgeon Brothers are attacking the Usos and the New Day. Now, if anybody knows the history of the Usos and the New Day, we know that they put on a lot of match of the year contenders. And mainly whenever they wrestled each other, you got to say that can be match of the night, that can be match of the year. They all, orange sharpens orange, just like Charlotte said. We'll get to her. But they were attacked by the Bludgeon Brothers. Jay was put out, Coffee was put out, Xavier was put out, and it left a impromptu tag match to happen with Jimmy and Big E versus the Bludgeon Brothers, which turned out it really wasn't even a match. It was more like a squash thing. They were fighting. It was great. It's setting up for a great three-way battle royale tag team match, I guess you could say, for WrestleMania. I'm actually more so excited about that than anything. So I can't wait. I think the Usos and the New Day are always putting on some great matches. I think that we're finally gonna adding in 2 more competitors. We're gonna see new kind of elements to the match because you have bigger guys, so we can actually utilize Big E to use his stronger moves, and we'll see the Speed Force and the Usos go against the Bludgeon Brothers. I think it's gonna be great. Just the build-up has been great in itself. We had Asuka go face-to-face with Charlotte. Now, let me say this. When you're dealing with someone who speaks broken English on national TV, you have to work a little bit harder. Charlotte did not miss a beat. I think she cut a great promo. I think that just have the energy for having her in the ring, and Asuka's first appearance on Smackdown was great. So we're going to get the Empress of Tomorrow versus the Queen, Charlotte. So it's basically England versus Asia.
How do you go England versus
Queen?
Yeah, well,
like
but
monarchy.
she's from America.
I understand that. It's monarchy.
Yeah, no.
We can't do that.
No, we can't do that.
Can't do that.
I see what you tried to do. I applaud your attempt. I do, but go ahead. Are you going to talk about the racist overture that happened there with your girl? What's her name? Mickey James and
Listen.
And how she came for her English and
yes,
like, that was I didn't like
that at all. I didn't like that.
It was unnecessary. Like you already have heat. You already have that was the wrong kind of heat.
That was literally the wrong thing to do.
That was the wrong kind of heat.
I think that was that but you know what? It's not expected. You know, I mean, it's not that you're not expecting that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
We're talking about WWE. You know,
That's true.
who's the last black person to win the Royal Rumble? Oh, okay.
Look, man, we're talking about a made up sport where white boys rule. Like, let's if wrestling was real,
no.
Okay. Okay.
It wouldn't happen.
Okay. Okay. Bobby Lashley
would still
be
the guy.
Be the guy.
Like, literally. I mean, and even if you look at Alistair Overeem beat Brock Lesnar in the UFC.
Yes. Handedly.
Bobby Lashley beat Alistair Overeem in Bellator.
Yes.
So, you know, by standards, Bobby Lashley can beat Brock Lesnar.
Easily.
Exactly. He was a Marine. He's a collegiate wrestling champion. He's an Olympian.
Yeah.
And y'all don't think that
he's never tested positive for steroids.
Never.
So there's that.
And take in mind, he's still competing in TNA while still balancing his Bellator contracts and everything and fights and winning. So,
yep.
Okay, Lesnar, keep on being a cowboy, you know, your thing. Even though you're from Minnesota, I don't know why you do this when you win UFC matches.
They do have livestock in Minnesota.
Well, I understand that, but he's not a cowboy. That's the cowboy thing. Remember Tom and Jerry? He used to do the rope and jump through it. No?
Okay.
Shane McMahon was attacked by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They basically set him up. He set up a match for them to go against one another at WrestleMania. So Those two are gonna be low card to mid card things. I hope it ain't mid cards because I don't even care for it. Unless they add Shane McMahon into a 3-way or something they gonna have to do, man. I'm pretty much tired of it. I've been checked out on this. It's like you defending your dad. It's over with. Whatever. NXT is tonight. We actually have our kickoff show we have our first prelim matches for the Dusty Tag Team Classic.
Yeah.
So we have Reddick and the other guy going against Sanity, and then we have I forgot the other match.
Wow. Okay. Way to go.
I was more so excited about the Sanity match, man.
Okay.
But you also got to take in mind, we have a contract signing happening for Aleister Black versus CN Almost for the NXT TakeOver WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. So we're going to have that tonight. So I'm going to be honest, I'm not that interested in that match. I think Almost put on some great showings, but we all know that once he showed up at Royal Rumble, he's more than likely getting called up. And honestly, they probably needed at this point in time, start putting some more people with better movesets on TV, because right now you're not doing a lot of stuff with Raw or SmackDown, especially your mid-carders. How many times have we seen Bobby Roode and Randy Orton or Baron Corbin is doing this? We're tired of it. So it's time to start moving people up, and WrestleMania is the best time to do it. Also, we have the Revolutions guy, Pete Dunne, is defending his UK title versus Adam Cole, baby.
Boo.
You still don't like Adam Cole?
I don't like Adam Cole, man. He is
I've been trying to sell Adam
you
Cole
can't
for a while.
sell Adam Cole. Adam Cole can only sell Adam Cole, man. Adam Cole, listen, man. Pete Dunne can out wrestle Adam Cole.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
Pete Dunne goes out there with the grimace on his face, and he outworks folks, man. Adam Cole is, I just don't like these dudes, man. It's just all gimmick, man. Like, they just, like, give me more go and less show, man. Like, what's funny is, like I told you before, he is a warmed over Chris Jericho.
Yes.
And he's more of Jericho's show and less of Jericho's go. And I would rather these guys I absolutely hate Michael Hickenbottom.
Yeah.
You know who Michael Hickenbottom is?
You've told me about him before.
You don't know who Michael Hickenbottom is? Michael Hickenbottom is Shawn Michaels. That's his real name.
Really?
Yes. And I hate Michael Hickenbottom. I don't even respect him enough to call him his fake name.
HBK.
I don't call him that. However, right, it's clear who his favorite wrestler was of all time. It's clear. It's clear he's a Ric Flair clone. It's clear, right? Mm-hmm. But he took a lot of his show, but he stole all of his go. Mm-hmm. Right? The flipping over the top turnbuckle. When he gets hit, he pretends that he's still in the fight, then he falls flat on his face. He sells. He makes the other guy look better.
Look great.
He makes the other guy look better. So, I can hate him because of all that, but at the end of the day, the dude is what he is. The dude is great, man. Like, he makes dudes look better. Adam Cole is just a whole bunch of generation of guys, man, who are just in there for themselves, and I don't see them making anybody look better. Mm-hmm. And Pete Dunne, man, Pete Dunne is a workhorse, man.
He is. He's cut some of the best promo all year.
Oh, amazing.
And I'm talking WrestleMania year, from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. Oh. He has done some of the best promos. When he had that promo with Wolfgang, like, you gonna give me a title shot? Psst, worry about tonight. They just walked off. I was like, yo, did he really? Tonight? Like, hey, I'm with this guy, man. So they're going against each other tonight for the UK title, which is finally good because now we're going to actually start seeing that UK title put in as another prestigious title.
Yes.
Then we won't have. So basically, it'll be the NXT mid card title. So you'll have the Intercontinental title on Raw. You'll have the US title on SmackDown. You'll have the UK title on NXT. And you can actually think about how prestigious it does stand for, because think about who's the general manager of NXT.
Yeah, William Regal.
William Regal.
Regal.
We all here call the uncrowned king.
Yeah, he's the uncrowned king. I think that this goes a long way for making NXT not the developmental, but the third show. Yes. The third show. And I say keep everything the way that you have it. But the scary thing is, though, is like, what happens when you do want to call those guys up? Like, you go, oh, man, I want to see him on the other show. You know.
So here's what I was thinking about with that. Why don't we combine 205 Live and NXT? Make it a 2-hour show. You don't have, then you can switch them around.
I'm with that.
You know,
I'm absolutely with that. Because 205 does not need to be its own show.
It doesn't need to be its own show.
It doesn't need to be its own show. And let's also do this. Can we also do this? Let's give the women a more focused show somehow. And I would like to see the women get a tag title.
Yes, but it also goes back to what I said before. They've been silently letting people releasing a lot of women. They've released 5 in the past month.
Have they?
Yes.
Huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
good stuff. Okay. Well, there you have it.
So, in Tone's noteworthy stories for this week, I think one of the best matches of so far that could probably be considered a match of the year happened on the most unlikely show, TNA. Austin Aries, who you guys might know as Double A if you didn't watch him in TMA first time, he's on his second or third stint in Impact Wrestling, where he is the world champion.
Wow, they made him so he left WWE and went back over there
and became world champion.
Okay.
And taking Bobby Lashley's still over there.
Wow. Okay.
And he went against another person who should have been a world champion in WWE.
Yes, he should have.
Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny Nitro. Yeah, he was Nitro.
Yeah.
They had one hell of a showing. The king of parkour went against Austin Aries in one of the most magnificent matches I've seen from TNA in a long time.
It was a
great match. And literally, you seen them make each other better. It was no missteps. It was a few botches, but they were picked up. They were picked up so quick. The match flow was kept on. It was resonating. It ended with Austin Aries hitting his finisher after a long stint of showmanship from Johnny. He ends up making a comeback, hits his finisher, walks out the champion, only to be greeted by Alberto Del Patron at the top of the ramp. So they're gearing up for their battle, which, it might take place in my next place of noteworthiness. Impact versus Lucha Underground.
They're really doing it?
They're really doing it. Okay. WrestleCon is happening April 6th. And guess where it's happening at?
Where? New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
So
Whoa.
Listen, they said, New Orleans was like, oh, y'all not going to give us our story on Katrina, American Crime Story? No worries. We taking all the wrestling events this year and compacting it into one weekend. So we have Lucha Underground, New Orleans. Impact Wrestling, New Orleans. Ring of Honor, New Orleans. New Japan, New Orleans. WrestleMania, New Orleans.
Listen, let me say this. This right here is the type of booking that if you're smart, I've said this about cons. I've said this about a lot of stuff. When you have one event, everybody and their mother should program around your event. Listen, can I be honest with you? We should probably go down to NO. Like, you go, okay, well, we can't get into WrestleMania, so let's get into
NXT. Let's get into Ring of Honor, the Supercard.
This is a wrestling fan's dream.
It's WrestleCon. It is literally.
I think we should go down.
Like, literally, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen.
Wow.
I mean, and they've announced their first match is going to be DJ Z, who is a former X Division champion.
Yeah.
Everett and Xavier going against Drago. What's the other two guys' name? I can't pronounce that. I know Aerostar, right? I can't pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try because he's bigger than me. He'll probably choke the hell out of me. And it's all happening in New Orleans. Like, yo, if you are a fan of wrestling, like when I seen that, when they announced, when I tell you I geeked out, I'm like, okay, I need to get my old spandex ready. I'm finna wear layers and layers of sweatsuits. I'm finna cut some weight. I'm finna go do some parkour in the park. I'm gonna do some pull-ups, make myself look good. We getting a contract, baby.
If your chubby ass does some parkour, you're gonna be a park pancake.
Okay, that's what you're doing tonight?
Yeah.
Park pancake.
Pancake, yeah. You're gonna be pretty effed up, bro.
Yeah.
Please don't do it. please don't try to jump from one rail to another. Don't do it.
I'm jumping from one rail to another.
Don't.
I'm gonna do it. If Kevin Owens can do it, I can do it.
He can't. Kevin Owens can't. He can't. Save yourself. Okay? Save yourself. Be the ground and pound guy. Okay? Stick to what you know. Be the bully. Be the ground and pound guy.
Toegate. Start stitching over.
Listen, I need you to be the submission, the suplex machine. Don't you parkour a goddamn thing, okay? Stick to what you know.
It'll be messed up. Big, tall, buff guy just start doing backflips. It's like, all right, man, we just go shoot you with a train.
Please, don't do it.
But New Orleans is the place to be April 6th through April 9th because historically speaking, they always have WrestleMania in the same city, Monday Night Raw in the same city as WrestleMania. So I think this is great. I mean, we got the Hall of Fame happening. We have Impact versus Lucha Underground happening on Friday. We have NXT TakeOver happening, and we have the Supercard Ring of Honor in New Japan happening on Saturday. And then we have WrestleMania on Sunday, followed by Raw on Monday. So, second Mardi Gras? Second Mardi Gras? Anybody?
This is amazing.
It's amazing.
This is amazing.
And the revenue for New Orleans, up there. It's up there. It's up there right now, man.
This is going to be amazing. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
What a time to be a wrestling fan.
What a time to be alive.
Yep.
Any comments, questions, concerns, thoughts?
Just a couple people coming for the Reggie Mathis. Has said, I bet Tone got the ashiest knuckles up under them gloves.
We addressed that earlier, Reggie. You are a petty person.
Yes, that's what he says. So that's it, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It's a subscribe. Share. Tell your mom about me. Tell your cousin about me. Tell your connects in New Orleans about me. You know, Y'all got some cousins down there. Everybody do. Tell your sister that likes to flash with Mardi Gras beads about me, because we're going down there. And other than that, you guys have a great night. And it's been another episode of the Woo Show. I do a better woo than Bobby Roode. I just want to put that out there. His woo is woo. I do a better woo than Zack Ryder. I want to put that out there too. Okay? I do a better woo than the Prime News host Trezane. Her woo is horrible.